Is that a little better? Hopefully the sound is better. Take two. I hope everybody's having a great day. It's a little rainy here in St. Augustine. Excellent. Okay. Well, sorry about that. And I wanted to have a much better broadcast anyways. So, how's everybody doing today? I hope everyone's doing great. My last broadcast, I was talking about some key phrases to help unlock the subconscious mind. Remember them? They were everybody knows, everybody says, and there's an old saying. Hopefully you guys have been using that a little bit and trying to implement it in your language when you're speaking to your prospects. What I wanted to talk about right now is actually rapport, because that's part of building rapport. I asked some folks the other day, talking about this, we were in a discussion, and I said, hey, listen, do you think being totally 100% honest and having the prospects, you want to make sure that everything that you're sharing with them is because you're keeping the prospect, you care about the prospect, you love the prospect, and you're just being 100% truthful with them? Is this the best way to share the business? And at the same time, is it the best way to build rapport? I want you to think about that. The last person you spoke to that you went to share the business with, were you sharing it with them with their best interest at heart? Were you honest with them? And did they listen to you? Did they hear the message that you were sharing with them? They might have listened a little bit, but the end result may have been a no, or I'm not interested, or that's not for me type of deal, right? And if it's yes, 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 that's excellent. But I want you to think about this. A con artist. A con artist is the perfect rapport builder. A con artist needs to be on the phone for just 10 minutes or face-to-face for just 10 minutes, and they're able to build rapport so quickly that a complete and utter stranger will hand them their ID, their numbers, their phone numbers, their credit card number, and cash. So sometimes, rather than giving them so much information and trying to build your rapport in a long period of time, you need to start looking at what a con artist would do. I know this is really odd, right? What I'm saying. I'm not telling you to con your friends. I'm not telling you to con your prospects. What I'm saying is, what does a con artist do? A con artist very rapidly has 3 or 4 questions that they ask, or they look at the surroundings. Maybe they look at the car and they see a bumper sticker, or they know a little bit about that person, and that's what they hone in on. They target in on that so that they have an instant relationship builder. Because after 10 minutes of trying to figure out how a person makes their money, how they spend time with their family, how they're doing this, how they're doing that, guess what? You've lost that person. Because that 10 minutes that you had just turned into 15 or 20, and that person's shut off. So, what do? We pay attention to the person before we approach them. We know some stuff about that person before we approach them. Or if it's a complete stranger, then we look at the surroundings. We make a compliment of maybe their shoes, maybe the cool t-shirt that they're wearing, or maybe a piece of jewelry, something like that. And then to start building off of that. And allowing that person to talk is really the key. Allowing that person to divulge information is the key. And we already know that people love to talk. So rather than us doing all the talking, like I always do, we ask 1 or 2 questions and we let that person just ramble and ramble and ramble. And that's how you're going to build quick rapport. So what we should do is we should all think and brainstorm together and come up with 3 key phrases that we can ask that's going to open up somebody's dialogue to want to share. Yeah, people want to talk about their kids and they want to do all these things, but that's kind of a little bit later down the line, right? In the beginning, we have to be able to invoke the conversation really quick and find a key that works for both of you. Just like I said last time on my last broadcast, I said if I was to go to Russia to teach and I have all these Russians there, I'm saying, hey, I'm an American, you need to trust me. Most likely nobody in that area or that room is going to trust me. But as I'm walking through the square, I see another American, and we're talking, and say, hey man, where are you from? I'm from New York City. Well, I'm from California, you know. Oh, we're practically neighbors. We have an instant connection, just like if the connection may be religion, even though we don't bring religion into our business. Well, we do in some aspects, but or even politics. Oh, you're a Republican, I'm a Republican. Guess what? There's open dialogue. We don't have to talk about politics, but that person now trusts that person a little more. You know, I have kids, you have kids. Wow, okay. These little slight nuances are the things. If you see on the back of the car, the guy is, you know, a Trump person, guess what? We're going to talk about, you know, being, oh, I'm a Republican too, man, blah, 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 quick thing, and next thing you know, you're in a dialogue. So, you know, if you allow them to talk about what they do and what they're passionate about, and you're not driving the conversation and probing too much, guess what happens? That relationship opens up very rapidly, and then you can eventually, if they open it up and ask you, well, what do you do? Then you could say, you know what? I'd love to share that with you, but right now it's not the time. I was just running in over here. Why don't we grab a cup of coffee? You know, let me grab your number. Exchange numbers, and there you have it. You know, the relationship building is the key to this. And in order to build a relationship, you need to be able to build rapport. But it's got to be solid rapport that person is going to want to give you their number if they're a complete stranger, or set that appointment right away if it's somebody that you already know. You definitely don't want to go after somebody and tell them, hey, I've got something I got to share with you, or say, hello, how's the kids, how's this and that, but what I'm really calling you for is this. Make sure that you have your ducks in a row, and if you don't know how to do that, well, I always refer to the Proven Plan. They actually talk about this a little bit in rapport building. You should check it out, theprovenplan.com. If you're a new person, you need to get on it right away. And, oh my goodness, it must be 1,000 degrees in here. Anyways, I want to go ahead and let you guys roll out. Just food for thought. Think about how you would build rapport with somebody you don't know, and how you would reignite rapport with someone that you haven't spoken to in a long time. Feel free to email me at rk1056105@gmail.com. I'd love to hear what your phrases are. Or if you have my phone number, you can text me. My number is 904-556-2410. If you need to, just hit replay, fast forward, get to this part to get my number again. And I'm also looking for other things to talk about on these periscopes that you might be having troubles with, because if you're having problems with something, I promise you others are as well. So let's go ahead and talk about them, get them out in the open so that we can overcome these obstacles that we're having and build the business. Regardless to what it is, what your service is, what your product is, we can build it together. Alright guys, have a great day. I'm going to go build a dog house and a little pig pen for my new mini pig that I just got last night. Have a great day, guys. Get your tickets to Anaheim. I'm ready to go. I hope you are too. Talk to you soon. Bye, guys. Thank you.